I'll never forget, probably my sixth record was a record called Souvenir. And at this point, I started making records in 2004. And so fast forward to 2017. So I'm 13 years into this career. It has far surpassed all of my dreams of my expectations of it. And I'm really living a dream. But it had also become a business. It had become full of stress. It had become full of financial obligations. It had become full of creative expectations that were sometimes unmet. And so, anyways, I put this record out called Souvenir that I really loved and worked really hard on, but no one cared. Like, for the first time in our career, our trajectory sort of went from this constant, steady, growth to just less than a plateau. It was like it was turning the opposite. It was turning downhill, and I built out the tour expenses expecting growth, and but we weren't selling more tickets, and so I was losing money on the tour. The record wasn't selling, and I was in a financial pickle, and then also creatively was feeling very sort of outside of myself because no one cared about this music for the first time, and I realized how much of my identity was held up in that, and I wasn't in a good spot. Had a little break on the tour, and I go play golf with Vince Gill, and he says, Drew, how you doing? And he's, legendary artist, made a million records, and won a pile of Grammys and this and that. And I tell him, I say, honestly, I'm not doing great. Just put out this record, and it's just really tough. Nobody seems to care, and it's just kind of weird. We've always had this growth, and now it's not happening. I'm just kind of wondering if it's like if this is the beginning of the end. And he just started laughing. He goes, no, 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 just go make another record. And it was such a light bulb moment for me, where I was letting so much of my own history and my own story and my own expectations tell me that this thing was almost over. And he just was like, no, it's not over. That's ridiculous. Just go make another record.